Hey everyone, welcome back. Today is Thursday. I wanted to talk to you guys about something different. A couple of days ago, I asked a question online if you guys were interested in investing in the metaverse, wondering if I should do a video on it. So 78 of you responded, with 72% saying yes, 23% saying no, and then 5% responded to the what question. So I wanted to obviously go over it with you guys here. I did a high-level overview on this, and then we'll get into the details a little bit as well. But as always, guys, this is for entertainment purposes, not financial advice. Do your own research as always. Don't fall for scams, and spam posts get reported and deleted. All right, so if we look at it here, so Metaverse, right? It's a big question in everybody's mind lately. It's been going on. So Metaverse, what is it? It is the best way to explain it is basically the convergence of our physical lives with our digital lives. So you can basically, whatever you have in your physical world, whether it's houses, cars, paintings, furniture, clothes, the way you look, everything can be basically transplanted or bought in the digital world. And then you can obviously have people meet up there, and you can have concerts, you can do shows, you can play games. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. So this is obviously a high-level overview. We're just going to cover some of the topics here. But the best examples of this, I think, are in the movies. Possibly Ready Player One is one of the best ones on this. Tron doesn't go into the details of the mechanics of the games as far as purchasing items and things like that. Free Guy is obviously another good example on that as well. That just came out recently, but I think probably the best one to watch. So homework for you guys. If you want to learn more about the metaverse and things like that, about virtual reality, I think Ready Player One is one of the best ones as far as it goes to the dynamics of in-game purchases, upgrades, things like that. So you can kind of understand how that all works. So that's some homework for you guys if you haven't seen those movies already. So what can you do in the digital world? Well, you can play games. Current examples include like Axie Infinity. We'll look at those guys. Sandbox, Decentraland, Fortnite, Roblox, etc. There's a bunch of games. Obviously, Fortnite, Roblox don't deal with the dynamics of virtual currencies, at least not yet, but they do have their own V-Bucks and things like that. So why don't we get into those here really quick? Obviously, you can also attend concert movies and art galleries. So why don't we get into the Axie Infinity one? So here's Axie Infinity. So it's basically a digital nation where you battle, collect, and earn. There's a lot of details on it if you want to take a look at it. But basically, so far, 3.6 billion traded in our in-house marketplace. Right, the most expensive item sold on Axie was $820,000, which is astounding. And then you got 2.8 daily active players, and it's obviously growing in size every day. So a lot of information on this, but it's definitely worth taking a look at just to kind of get your build up your knowledge on what's going on in this space. I think this is a good one to take a look at. So Axies are fierce creatures that love to battle, build, and hunt for treasure. Build up a collection, use them across ever-expanding universe of games. Axie Infinity uses cutting-edge technology called blockchain to reward players for their engagement. So this is where you have that convergence of, the digital world with physical world, where you have coins used for buying things like that, whether it's potions, whatever it might be. But this is a good example of it. Let's see if here we can turn the page. Guess not. Okay, so you can play and earn Axie is a new type of game, partially owned and operated by its players. Earn AXS tokens by playing and using them to decide the future of the game. So interesting space here, obviously, turning out for this metaverse. This is one of them. This is Axie, obviously. Then you have also Decentraland. So Decentraland is create, explore, and trade in first ever virtual world owned by its users. And you can explore, you can lose yourself in an amazing evolving world. You can create, test the limits of your imagination. So you can create scenes, artwork, challenges, and more using the simple builder tool. Then take part in events to win prizes. For more experienced creators, the SDK provides the tools to fill the world with social games and applications. So you can see how things are being built on top of each other. You can also trade the virtual destination for digital assets. You can buy and sell land, estates, avatar wearables, and names in Decentraland Marketplace, stocking the very best digital goods and paraphernalia backed by the Ethereum blockchain. So now you got Ethereum involved in this as well. You can't decide where to start, so you can start out here. Trying to see if there's anything. So you got the Decentraland DAO. Decentraland joins Blender Developer Fund. So Blender is a 3D development tool. So you can see that there's a lot of stuff going on here, and let's see if we can find some more information on them right now. Events, docs. Let's take a look at docs. So general info for players, market, learn how to trade exclusive tokens. You can create, obviously, Ethereum Essentials. So a lot of information on here if you want to take a look into this as well. Then you have the game Sandbox. Sandbox is in alpha right now from November 29th to December 20th. You play, create, own, and govern a virtual metaverse made by players. So right now they have a alpha pass. You can buy crypto, but you can explore the best levels. Everything you can see in the game can be purchased in the marketplace. So again, you get this marketplace where you have these cryptocurrencies, whether it's their own coins that they're using or other coins, but you also have partners. So Snoop Dogg purchased land in the Sandbox. I read an article about that. So Snoop Dogg, if you don't know who Snoop Dogg is a rapper. The Walking Dead, you got Adidas, South China Morning Post, Atari, you got, what is that, Deadmau5, I believe. Roller Coaster Tycoon, the Smurfs, Hell's Kitchen, Care Bears. So brands are jumping on board to be a part of this metaverse. So you can discover the Sandbox, obviously. You can create your own land. Non-fungible tokens, NFTs, are virtual tokens minted on the blockchain for digital scarcity, security, and authenticity. They are unique and indivisible and non-interchangeable, allowing true digital ownership of in-games assets. Right. So you're seeing that here as well. Why Sand? So they're using their Sand token is their main utility token that allows you to buy and sell lands and assets in the Sandbox metaverse. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are virtual tokens minted on the blockchain. So we covered that, so you can get those into the game as well. And then you got liquidity mining as well. So a lot of stuff going on there. Then if we take a look at Fortnite, Fortnite has been around for a while. I think, my own son has probably over the past 2 to 3 years spent maybe over $500 on this game for getting the V-Bucks to get different skins, to get different weapons, upgrades, things like that. I think this is the one that catapulted everything. He's played with his friends, I don't know how many countless of hours on this, and they still play it, and they keep coming out with new skins. And they had concerts on here as well. We'll get into that a little bit later on here, but it's a lot of stuff going on there where people are meeting up. And one of the concerts was with Marshmello, the DJ, and they had like 10 million viewers or participants on that single event. So a lot of people are obviously joining this. Let's go back to here. So that covers those guys. You got Roblox as well. So attend concerts, movies, and art galleries as well. So you got Marshmello here with the concert. Over 10 million people were joining that. The most recent one was Ariana Grande Fortnite concert live stream. So they had that going on as well. And obviously they made a figure for Ariana Grande. And you can obviously meet with your friends and coworkers, i.e. Microsoft HoloLens, and you got Microsoft Teams, things like that, where they're incorporating all this stuff together. So here's some pictures from that for Microsoft HoloLens, how that could be used to create a team environment where everybody's seeing the same thing, whether you're in the same room or you're across the world. Here's another picture from HoloLens, and then if we look at it here, Microsoft HoloLens, so you can see all that's going on, how you can talk to people in a Teams meeting or something like that, and they can point you in the direction of what needs to be repaired or what's possibly causing an issue on something. So there's a lot of information here on this as well. So you got engineering and construction, how to help out, and this is all obviously with augmented virtual reality, but you're bringing in also other people from other places, so you're collaborating at the same time. As you see here, a patient with his doctor or with his doctor, and somebody else helping out as well to get another opinion. So you got healthcare getting into it. You got education, obviously, 3D models of cells, of human body parts, things like that. Anything that could be in the digital world can be conveyed basically from the physical world to the digital world, can be conveyed in a much better, possibly, learning experience. So there is a lot of stuff going on here with that. So that's why I'm So I'm doing a high-level overview. I'm not getting into the individual stocks on all of these, but I will list some of the stocks that are obviously involved in this. But this is just kind of high-level overview of where things are at, who are the players in this space, and so on. So if we go down further here, you can buy things. So digital art, cars, planes, ships, clothing, weapons, upgrades, houses, land. So when you get into land, you have websites like Upland Me, Metaverse Properties. And you can also get potions for your characters, different skins, so forth, so on. So here's the latest NFT that's being sold. It's by Alpine. And I did not find how much this one was going for, but I did find out that a Nissan GTR NFT sold for over $2 million. So obviously the demand is there for it. People have cash and they are spending it in the digital world. So if we look at Upland here, Upland is the next big thing in tech. So basically what you're buying here is, so basically you can join the brand new NFT metaverse that is mapped to the real world and quickly becoming the largest and most dynamic blockchain-based economy in existence. You can buy, sell, and trade virtual properties mapped to real addresses, build your dream house, start a virtual business, and earn UPX coins or US dollars by selling your NFT properties in a free and open marketplace. Make friends in Upland, make friends for life. So you can play, obviously, you can earn, you can connect, you can build now. So work with like-minded Uplanders to develop neighborhoods and build homes for you and your friends. Pick from a variety of models and build a house of your dreams, ready to give your city a new look. So it's kind of like SimCity on steroids almost, where you actually can make money on it. So if we enter Upland, we'll get into a little quick example on it. We'll show you what's going on here. So you can see this is based on the actual physical world, but I don't want to sign up right now. Oh, come on. So we're getting the virtual properties. I don't care. Why do I go back? Let's go back. Play to own. Yes, I know. Okay, there we go. So if we look at California, let's see if we can get into maybe San Francisco. Take a look at some of the properties here for sale. If there's anything popping up here, let's get closer to the water. So you can see people are already building in here or buying. And then when you zoom in closer, you should be able to see the actual buildings and what's available for sale. So you can see here a property here is for sale for 15 million UXPs, which is probably about $15,000 in the real world that you would end up paying for this. I think it's, if you look here to get UPX, it's basically $1 equals 1,000 UPX, roughly. Let's see if this loads up. And there we go. So yeah, $5 for 5,000 UPX, so $1 equals 1,000 UPX. So 15,000 basically to buy this digital land here that you can build on, rent, and do whatever you want with it. So obviously an interesting concept there. Just a quick look at that one. And then you obviously have also the Metaverse Properties. So the world's first virtual real estate company. You can actually buy land virtually in Decentraland, the Sandbox, the Somnium, Crypto Voxels, but you can buy an Upland, right? So you can buy, you can rent. They are helping people to basically do this, and also teaching people how to do that. So it's another company that's involved in this. So we covered that. So here's one that I found in Chicago that was up on Upland. It was basically $1,300. Needed to buy this property, which is the 519 South Wabash Avenue property. So what is the future potential of Metaverse? Well, market cap can be anywhere from 800 billion, as Bloomberg Intelligence stated, to 8 trillion, as one of their analysts from Morgan Stanley stated. We also have brands like Nike, Vans, Ralph Lauren, Dolce & Gabbana, Adidas, Gucci, etc. They're all getting in on this. They're creating basically NFTs that you can purchase for then included in your character and your games and basically your digital life. The good thing about these, there's no overhead. And you create a shoe, you create a purse, you create whatever, you create it once, it's digital. You don't have to inventory it. You just put it out there and it's high margin right there. So depending on how this transfers over into the digital world, there could be a lot of money obviously made by this. I think Nike also filed for trade patents and trademarks to be included in the metaverse. And then you obviously have companies like Facebook, Meta, right? So Facebook changed their name to basically Meta to represent that they are encompassing more, or they're going to be Facebook, but they're still going to be getting more into the metaverse with their own, I forget what they're calling it, their own VR virtual world. Then you got also Microsoft. Microsoft is obviously big into it with their HoloLens. You also have them with their computing power, which Azure, which a lot of these applications are built on. You got NVIDIA. NVIDIA is basically all the graphics horsepower that you need to run some of these games, especially the more realistic looking ones. You need a lot of horsepower to run those, and you need obviously NVIDIA chips and graphics processing units for that. Then you have Unity. Unity, if you look at Unity, let me see if I can find it here really quick. Unity stock. Let's see here. So Unity is a game engine. Is a software company, is a Danish video game software development company based in San Francisco. So if we go to Unity, a lot of their the games are run on the Unity engine, where it's cross-platform, whether it's Windows, Linux, Android, Google, whatever. They're the ones that have the majority of the stake of the market share right now. They're a big player in this as well. Then you got Metaport. So Metaport's a little bit different. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Metaport. Metaport makes these cameras, basically. Metaport. There we go. Metaport. So you can capture the physical world and transform it into a digital world. So you can let people, right now it's being used highly in the housing market, where I'm sure you've already seen this, where you go to a house, you can view like a 3D, there it is, they're even showing it here, a 3D layout of something. So it could be for places. Now, the interesting part on this is if they can actually transfer this over into the digital world, where now not only do you have your regular physical world home, but you could also have your digital world home where you outfit it with all the greatest gadgets and things that you want, right? So make it a little bit better than what you currently have. So that's kind of interesting. I think they are going to be a big player in this because they do make it basically a symbiotic relationship between the physical and the digital world. What else do we have here? Google. Obviously, Google is going to be big in this. They already have their Google glasses, not glasses, but the Google Cardboard and Google VR that they use. Autodesk is another big one, as they provide software to make 3D objects. Walt Disney's obviously getting into it. Warner Music Group with concerts and things like that. Amazon because of their what is that called? I'm trying to blank. I got too much information in my head right now. Amazon with their web services. So all of their servers and things like that. A lot of companies run on Amazon Web as well. And then if we take a look at the Metaverse Coins here, well, open up the link here. So here are the Metaverse Coins. You can look this up on CoinMarketCap and then just go to Metaverse here. You get a list of the coins that are for it. So obviously you got Axie Infinity, Decentraland, the Sandbox, Theta. So if we look at Axie Infinity here really quick, we'll just draw on this one. You can see that over the year, it's had a huge increase. I mean, it was at a low of, what is that, $4.38 to a high of $160. So obviously there is a lot of investment in this, and it's only going to get more involved, I think, as time goes on, as people are building out and everything else. But based on that, I mean, that's just a high-level overview. So there's a lot of things that you can obviously invest in, you can look into. And do I think it's worth investing in this? I do think it is worth investing. Obviously, invest only what you want to lose, especially if you're going for the coins, things like that. Obviously, some of the bigger companies like Facebook, Microsoft, NVIDIA, you're not likely to lose all your money in that, but you might lose some. So I do think it is something to look into more. I've got friends that have bought land in Upland and other places, so it's only a matter of time before more and more people get on there, where I think the pricing could go up higher from here. So we'll just have to see. So let me know what you guys think on this. Obviously, this is a high-level overview on these companies, these projects, and things like that. There's a lot more going on in the background that I didn't cover, that you can really go deep on this rabbit hole, basically, of the metaverse. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Obviously, a lot of information here. I appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Until then,